Good evening, and welcome to Creative Broadcasting, the station of unlimited possibilities, presents Creating Your Seat at the Table with your host, Ashley Little, as she welcomes her guest to the table.
Welcome to Creating Your Seat at the Table. I am your host, Ashley Little. A little bit about myself: corporate professional by day, entrepreneur by night, three-time best-selling author, CEO and founder of Ashley Little Enterprises, LLC, owner and creator of Creative Broadcasting, and co-founder and owner of Talk Radio and TV Network, LLP. Tonight we have an amazing special VIP guest by the name of Dr. Lynda Barnes. A little bit about her. Dr. Lynda, your success maximization expert, psychologist, and business strategist to women entrepreneurs who want to be successful in life and business. She created a program using 8 principles and 12 steps to bring in faith, life, and business on one accord. She has consulted with many online on life and business strategies to start and to maintain a successful, purposeful life and business. She shows you how to become clear in life and business to start, grow, and profit in your business without making costly mistakes. She teaches from mistakes and lessons learned while building a consecutive 7-figure earning mental health practice and multiple business. Also a best-selling author and speaker, a survivor and advocate for survivors of childhood sexual abuse and domestic violence. She also created an organization for women leaving prison to become self-sufficient entrepreneurs. Dr. Barnes also has experience in product creation, ministry expansion to include education programs, health clinics, and various outreach programs. Lastly, Dr. Barnes is the VP of Business Development for Anthony Barnes Concrete, Inc., also the Orlando chapter president for the Black CEO Movement. Welcome to the table, Dr. Lynda Barnes.
Yes. I'm so excited. To be on your show today.
And I'm honored and humbled, Dr. Lynda, to be able to interview you. So you have such an amazing bio. So will you please talk to us and tell us more about your entrepreneur journey?
Well, my entrepreneurship journey actually started from pretty young. I grew up in an entrepreneurship household. My parents ran various businesses. My grandparents actually owned a bakery and restaurant, and I guess my mom actually learned from that experience. And it was basically a home where my parents were entrepreneurs. So at the age of about 18, I started my journey with various multi-level marketing companies and started my own companies in various areas from there.
I love it because you've done some amazing things with helping women and businesses, start from scratch, but, consecutively, and you're passionate about helping entrepreneurs, build successful businesses. So can you talk to us a little bit more about that, Dr. Lynda?
Well, I've always advocated for women because I know basically what women go through, especially dealing with sexual abuse and coming from domestic violence. A lot of women tend to not view themselves as someone that could be successful as in business. Mm-hmm. So even when I started my mental health practice, I specialized in helping children that were survivors and women that were survivors of domestic violence. And within my program that I created in my mental health program, I actually taught them how to write business plans and stuff like that. So from there, it kind of, grew into a bigger program where I mentor and coach women into starting their business and, being able to maintain that business as well.
Amazing. So, Dr. Lynda, you created a program titled Using 8 Principles and 12 Steps to Bring Faith, Life, and Business on One Accord. Please tell us more about your program.
The 12 Steps to Your Destiny program basically starts with the 8 principles, and it's faith-based. And I kind of used biblical principles. There's principles where we have to realize, certain things about our relationship and our faith, and how that could propel us in business. So there's basically 8 principles and 12 steps, where the 12 steps take you through like forgiving others, that forgiveness is actually for you, which helps you to release some things where you will be able to focus on your goals and things of that nature. So basically the program, like I said, is faith-based, and it takes you through 8 principles and 12 steps of realizing how your faith could affect your life and your business.
So how can we, for listeners who are interested in purchasing your 12-step program, how can they purchase that?
They could definitely go to my Facebook page, which is Dr. Lynda Barnes. There's a consultation where you could click on there and schedule to book an appointment with me. We'll go through a success maximization assessment, and then we could continue further on into the program.
Awesome. And thank you for creating that space for business owners to be able to bring everything to full circle with faith, life, and business, and to make sure everything is balanced and on one accord. So thank you for creating that space, Dr. Lynda.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
And so you basically are you help people get clear on starting, growing, and profiting in business. So what are some of the steps or strategies that you use to help people start, grow, and profit?
Well, definitely I do an assessment to assess where they are in their thoughts and their ideas for their business, what hobbies they might like, what passions they have, what talents they have, and we go from there and creating a plan as to what area they would like to, start a business in. So I basically take them through a plan on getting clarity on things that they won't get tired of doing, things that they could actually make a full-time business out of and not get tired of doing it, and give up on doing it. That it has to be passion. It has to be purposeful and a lot of passion in growing certain type of businesses. So I just make sure that they get clear on things like that, and then we take them through the next steps of building their business plan, their purpose, their aim, their goals, their objectives, stuff of that nature. And that program is actually called the Protect, Grow, and Profit program. And with that program, I actually teach them how to protect their business from, various lawsuits and stuff like that before they actually create.
Awesome. So when they're in that process of, with your clients, of helping them build and, trying to figure out, what their plan is, what are you finding with your clients? Are you seeing that people are just, starting business to start them, or they are actually passionate about it? Do they have their pretty much their plan written out, or what are some of the things that you're finding?
Some basically just, they have an idea of what they want to do, but, they tend to go back and forth with, I want to do this, or I want to do this, or I might want to do this. So basically I just take them through the plan where, they could actually see it on paper and, know where, how a structure would be if they were supposed to get into a business. I actually treat every client differently. So if you come to me and you say you want to be in the cleaning industry, I actually research that area fully and give you data before, so you can make an educational decision as to your future and your business.
Because it's so important that we, follow our passions and making sure, like you said, it's purposeful, right? And that it's something that we want to do and that we love to do. And like you said, that we don't get tired of. Because when it's a passion and your purpose, you're not going to get tired of it.
Yeah.
So what are some common mistakes you have found that business owners make when they're first starting out in their business? What are some common mistakes that you've seen thus far that business owners have
made?
Mistakes.
Yes, common mistakes is the way they structure their business. That's one of the number one mistakes. I teach on creating your business to build wealth from the beginning. So creating a holding company is one of the major mistakes many of us don't do. And I've actually learned to create holding companies, which we hold all our assets for our company. So in case of any type of incident happening in our company, our profits and our business does not go under. Another major one is the expectancy in the funds our business create. Let's say we put a $100,000 investment in, and we think that should sustain our business for XYZ. We don't look over all the expenses that go into a business. So that's some of the common areas where, some of my clients, they don't look into or they have no idea.
So when they're you said they expect to see in the funds when they can invest in, like you say, as an example of $100,000, and they're looking to triple that. So, what are some of your clients, are they expecting to double that in a certain amount of time and they're not getting it, or is it just more so they don't make realistic goals when it comes to that?
A little bit of both. Some of them, when we talk about $100,000 investment, we're talking about like product creations and stuff like that, and they don't factor in some of the the costs in creating a product and marketing and stuff like that. And then we get all this product, and then they're like, oh well, what do I do with all the product? They don't have a marketing plan. They don't have things in place, so it eats up some of their expenses, and they didn't expect those expenses. So they don't have a clear plan or strategy on, creating a product-based business, or even in the service industry also.
So for our listeners that are listening, make sure you make realistic goals. Definitely when you're starting your business, make sure that, as she stated, that, you're expecting to see, sometimes it's not going to be what you put in, right? It's going to take some time to make it back or to triple it. Depends on, your product. So, Dr. Lynda, you've built a consecutive 7-figure earning mental health practice and multiple businesses. Will you please share with our listeners some of the strategies you took to accomplish such an amazing goal?
Definitely. I would say I was clear on my vision, my mission, and my values, the purpose of my business. I had an aim and a goal, and I stuck to those goals by breaking them down to objectives and making them attainable. And as I attained, I made sure I did a checklist to check off, the goals that I've completed or the objectives that are completed. I definitely stuck and specialized to a niche. Like I said, I specialized in treating children that, were survivors of childhood sexual abuse and women that were domestic violence survivors. So I definitely specialized. Even though when my practice eventually grew, I added, general areas with other counselors that were seeing general clients, but I specialized in certain areas. And I made sure they had a very good client experience. The experience your client or your customer have with you will carry you a very long way. I actually had clients coming to me from various areas because of the experience that other clients told them they had while they were within my community center. Also, very good planning, like I said. Very good planning. You have to make sure you're having a marketing strategy and very good business plan, and with room for growth. So within my business plan, I set up a 1-year, 3-year, 5-year plan, and I worked the numbers that way. And that way I was able to create other various outreach programs and, things that would help the mental health practice grow.
So for our listeners that are listening, the way she grew her consecutive 7-figure business is sticking to a plan, having a great marketing strategy, and she had realistic goals with her business plan of 1, 3, and 5-year goals. Correct, Dr. Lynda?
Yes, ma'am.
Awesome. So tell us more about your organization for women, that focuses on women who are leaving prison to become self-sufficient entrepreneurs. So tell us more about your organization and how we can support and get involved.
Yes, that organization is called CO to CEO, and it's for women leaving prison. I've actually served time in prison for 18 months, and I think God put me there for a reason. I actually went there on a charge that was a crime that I didn't commit, and the time I took there, I interacted with the females there, and a lot of them had a very high recidivism rate coming back in and out of prison, and the main reason was they had to go back home to the same circumstances or had nowhere to go or didn't know what to do. So I created this program to help women become self-sufficient once they leave prison, that they don't have to, they create a plan to where they don't have to go back to the negative surroundings and things of that nature, that they could learn to become self-sufficient and become successful business owners.
I just want to thank you for creating that space for women who are being incarcerated and are coming out and trying to, find their way and find their space. So thank you for reaching back and pulling forward, Dr. Lynda, and creating that space and being able to help them, get back on their feet and let them know that, you still can, create your own opportunities. So thank you.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
And do you have any, yearly events that you do with your organization, or any type of, any type of community service, anything that you all would need that our listeners can support, or events that we can attend?
Yes, I'm currently planning an event for next year. The organization is 2 years old, so I'm currently trying to grow that organization to a national level at this time. Mm-hmm. And yes, I will be promoting the event for next year. But the Facebook group for the program is called CO to CEO.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So listeners, make sure you
support. Yeah, so anyone that wants to support, or if you know any female that has been in the Department of Corrections system, they could actually go into the group. I mentor them, or have an assistant, get some information on mentoring them. And I mentor them personally because, like I said, I personalize my experience with my clients.
So make sure you go follow Dr. Lynda's amazing group and organization, CO to CEO. That's an amazing organization. Like I said, Dr. Lynda is amazing. She's doing some amazing things. So definitely get involved and see how we can continue to help support that awesome initiative. So congratulations, Dr. Lynda, on your new book, Prosecuted to Prosperity. So I know it's releasing next month. So can you give us just a little bit about it?
So basically, Prosecuted to Prosperity talks about how I went from purposeful wealth to prison to prosperity. And it takes you through a journey where how I built my business, the mindset I had, some of the strategies that I've used, what I learned, what happened, why I went to prison, what I learned while I was in prison. And when I came back home, the struggles that I had and the things I had to overcome before I was able to become prosperous again. It just really gets in depth into my story and give, keys to success and real good aspects of mindset, how to kind of reset your mindset. Coming home from prison was very hard for me, so I had to do some things which my psychology background kind of helped me in, getting over some of those things. And if you don't know the things that you have to do to get over the mindset issues and the shifts in life from dealing with trauma, you'll have a very difficult time. So the book basically talks about that, and there will be a program associated with that book also.
And you're just an example of that. Everybody has a process, right? And you have to embrace the pain. And if you would have quit in the middle of the process, you wouldn't be where you're at today. So, you went from, like you stated, your book pretty much says everything about it, right? Prosecuted to look, multiple enterprises now. So I just want to commend you for not giving up and for giving everybody, giving people hope that have been in your shoes or that are stuck right now and don't know how they can continue to move forward and get to the next level. So just thank you for sharing your story.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much.
So, Dr. Lynda, I asked all of my guests this question. How did you create your seat at the table? I know you've already spoken a little bit about it, but I know you pretty much are doing some amazing things as well. So how did you create your seat at the table?
Well, I created my seat at the table by taking my strength, my knowledge, my faith, and just putting myself out there, putting myself out there, putting my story out there, and not being fearful, being bold about, my purpose, what I want, the world to know about me, and I'm just trying to get my seat at the table.
Yeah, I love it. Okay, awesome. So, what did failure teach you on your journey to success, Dr. Lynda?
Failure taught me that, failure is not the end of the road. Failure is actually a stepping stone towards, greater success. When the book covers how I basically lost a lot and how I gained so much, like I said, it was a process that I had to go through. So failure to me is not the end of the road. It's just another stepping stone to greater success, to greater, just to greater period.
Right, because it's more, because like I said on all my shows, failure is not failure, it's a lesson, right? And it's part of the process.
It's a lesson.
Continue to get to the next level. And we have to learn to embrace those processes, because a lot of people want the accomplishments and the accolades, but they don't want to experience the process. So,
yes.
What did success teach you?
Success taught me how to persevere to my goals. How to set those goals to become successful, how to appreciate the success when you get it. It taught me how to humble myself, even though I'm successful. Like, it taught me so many lessons. Success is not just monetary. Success is, health, wealth, your mindset, and financial. And having total success is the ultimate goal, and I try to teach others how to get to that level.
Awesome. And, that's the main key of success, is staying humble and being able to reach back and pull forward and be able to help someone else. And that's a true successful leader. And Dr. Lynda, you're doing that. You're definitely creating different spaces. You're sharing your story, and you're reaching back and helping other people. So I want to congratulate you on all the great things that you are doing and that you're going to continue to do. So I want to know, because I know you're already doing a lot of great things in quarter one and quarter two, because I consistently follow you. So what can we expect from Dr. Lynda the rest of 2019?
Definitely. I'll be on speaking in August in Atlanta at a family empowerment conference, and I'm creating a conference in October for military spouses as well. That will be also an empowerment conference. And the book, like I said, From Prosecuted to Prosperity.
All right. So make sure we go out and support Dr. Lynda and her new book. Congratulations again, Dr. Lynda, on your book. And make sure, listeners, that you support. And Dr. Lynda, can they reach it? How can they purchase your book? Is it going to be on Amazon, to your website?
It's going to be on my website. There will be a waitlist group coming up soon for the pre-launch. And it will be a Facebook group. I'll be doing a book launch there, free giveaways and stuff like that. I will definitely be posting it on my Facebook page, which is Dr. Lynda Barnes, and on my personal profile, which is Miss Barnes #2.
Awesome. So make sure, listeners, that you follow and support Dr. Lynda's new book. So, Dr. Lynda, will you please let our listening audience know before we go how they can follow you on all social media platforms?
On all social media platforms, my handle is DrLyndaBarnes, Dr. Lynda Barnes.
So please follow and support her. So, Dr. Lynda, I would like to thank you for taking the time out of your very, very busy schedule to come to the table tonight. It was an amazing interview, and I can't wait to bring you back to the table.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it so much, and I'm still so excited, and I thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. So I would like to give a special thanks to Tammy Collins-Marquis and John Schamberger. I would also like to give a special thanks to author Kimberly McLemore and my intern Sarah from Tennessee State University. And you all may follow me on Facebook at Ashley Little and on Instagram at _Ashley A. Little. Thank you.
Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Creating Your Seat at the Table, where Ashley speaks with corporate professionals, celebrities, entrepreneurs, authors, and speakers who are transitioning or have transitioned to entrepreneurship.